So how does Supabase compare with Firebase? Well, there's a few features which Firebase currently offers which Supabase does not, including app hosting, cloud messaging, and Google Analytics, and a few other things. So if any of these things are important to you, then that's something to keep in mind. But both products give you a database, authentication, cloud functions, storage, and real-time capabilities. And when it comes to authentication, cloud functions, and storage, these are all very similar on both platforms and also very easy to integrate on both platforms, which you'll see as we go through the course. Now, when it comes to real-time capabilities, this is a little bit more slick on Firebase because Firebase uses more intelligent caching techniques, which allow the data from the database on the front end of your app to be updated more instantaneously before the data has even changed in the underlying database. Whereas with Supabase, we do sometimes need to implement some workarounds to create this instantaneous effect. And we will implement such a workaround later on in the course. However, these workarounds are pretty simple to implement, so this is definitely not a deal breaker. However, the biggest difference in the core services is the database. So Firebase uses its own proprietary NoSQL databases, the Cloud Firestore database, and the Realtime database. Because these databases are based on JavaScript objects, they're really easy to understand and learn for a JavaScript developer. However, Supabase uses a PostgreSQL database, a SQL database, which is a database made up of tables with rows and columns. So this means that you have much more control over the database with Supabase. However, if you're not already familiar with SQL and PostgreSQL, then there's a much steeper learning curve when it comes to advanced database management and techniques. But having said that, it's definitely possible to get started with Supabase and PostgreSQL without any SQL or PostgreSQL knowledge. Help me out with a quick like, comment, share, or subscribe. And the other key difference is that with Firebase, you're locked into Google's platform and Google's pricing structure. And once you're locked in, you're pretty much stuck because you can't just take a Cloud Firestore database and store it somewhere else. If you wanted to leave Firebase, you'd likely have to migrate your database to a different kind of database. Whereas with Supabase, you don't need to be locked into the Supabase platform or the Supabase pricing structure because you can take your entire Supabase instance and run it locally. You could even run it from your own server in your house, or you can take it and deploy it to a cloud hosting provider, such as Google Cloud, AWS, or DigitalOcean. So you have much more control with Supabase in terms of what you do with your backend and where you put it. So with Supabase, you can potentially have a very popular app with lots of users and lots of storage and host that backend with little or no cost. Although keep in mind that if you are self-hosting Supabase, you won't have access to their support and you'll likely be spending a lot more time on maintenance. However, if I was to release a Supabase app, I would probably just keep it on the Supabase platform because I think the pricing is very reasonable. I would like access to their support and I don't want to spend too much time on maintenance. One thing I would say is better on Supabase is the documentation, because on Supabase, you can actually view code examples which are based on the tables in your actual database. So it'll generate these code examples based on your own tables in your database, and you can just copy these and paste them straight into your app. And there's also an API reference section of the site, which in my opinion is a little bit more organized than the Supabase documentation. But overall, I wouldn't say one product is better than the other. They're both really amazing products. Which one you choose really depends on your own preferences, the needs of your app, and what you want to do with it. Get the full course, including authentication, row-level security and policies, database functions and triggers, storage, edge functions, and running Supabase locally from makeappsacademy.com, or click the link in the description.